Hey y'all, what's up? So I'm going to be doing a get ready with me / talk through video of my current foundation routine, which is a very lightweight look because I don't like wearing a lot of makeup during the week when I'm going to class and going to work and all that kind of stuff. So I mentioned this foundation in my favorites video that I posted like last week, and so I wanted to do a review / tutorial of how I use this and all that kind of stuff. So I decided to just go ahead and do a full routine. I've never done like a talk through type of video before like this, so please bear with me if I ramble too much because you guys know I can ramble a bit in my videos already. So I'll try to make this quaint and short and sweet and all that stuff, but we'll see how that goes. So yeah, so I'm using my Glossier Perfecting Skin Tint in dark, and as you guys can see, like, I don't really have any skin issues currently. I'm trying to look for a clip. I'm just gonna use my little pick to clip my hair back. But anyway, so as you guys can see, I really don't have any skin issues right now, besides my brows being completely cray cray, but I'm waiting to get them done like next week before I really like tame them down again. So that's why they look like really rough. Not really rough, but just not as tamed as usual. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. And I will say that this camera softens my skin a bit. It's not as like refined, like in focus, but that's okay. That's fine. You guys will see the same thing, you guys, I want you to see. So yeah, so I'm gonna just apply this all over. And this stuff is really, really lightweight. Like, again, it's not even considered really a foundation. It's like a skin tint. So on the website, they have like different skin complexions and stuff that you can play with to see like which one matches you best. And so I got dark and it fits me perfectly. So then I'm just gonna buff it into my skin. And what I like about this is that it is like really, really lightweight, but it's almost like a filter on your face versus like you can actually tell you have foundation on. And then you really don't need to set this, but I add powder only because I use concealer to like highlight a little bit on a regular basis. So I'll make sure I just powder those areas that I use concealer. Okay, done. So then I'm going to go in with my Sephora concealer that I talked about in my favorites video, which is the Bright Future Gel Serum Concealer. This is a dupe for the NARS concealer that everybody likes. I don't know if that's not going to get in focus. Whatever. But yeah, so I use the number 11 for highlighting and like doing my brows and stuff. So I'm just going to go in underneath my eyes with this. And like I said, you guys, this is my everyday routine that I do. I don't know if you guys can hear my TV in the background, but I have been binging on Seinfeld, which it's kind of weird because I've probably seen most of all of the episodes, but I religiously watch season 5 and season 6 because those to me were the funniest. And it's been playing on my TV all morning. So I don't know. I live by myself, so I like to leave the TV on to not feel so alone. I do that a lot. And I don't know, it's just like a habit, a weird habit. Well, I grew up in a house with a lot of people. I always had at least 5 or 6 people living in a house at one point. So it's weird being by myself. I mean, it's not super, super weird, but it's like obviously an adjustment. And by nature, I just like not being by myself more. But I do like the aspect that I don't have to do anything that anybody else says or wants. I can do what I want because I pay the bills in this camp. So I can do as I please, you know? So that's a nice freedom that I have. So now I'm gonna go with my brows. You guys can see my brows are really, really dark and really, really thick. So I just kind of line them or even them out a little. And like I said, I don't know if you can even see it in this video because this camera is like softening my skin so much. Let me try to adjust this. Okay, I think this is better. It is not as like softened, but it's still a little softened, which is, I guess, fine, whatever. I don't know how to fix that. I'll figure that out. I'm still working on a new camera. So yeah, I'm just gonna fill in my brows just a little bit, not a lot at all because they are really strong already. And oh, I got too many little sparse hairs. Everybody wants super thick eyebrows, but when they like grow in all crazy and stuff all the time, super fast, that can be annoying. Okay. I just had to take off a few hairs because they were just like out of control. And what's also annoying with my eyebrows is that one loves to grow super thick in the front rather than the other. So like this one in this area right here, it just goes crazy. Like it just does what it wants. And I'm like, really? So I always have to like mess with it. But I mean, at this point, I just let it be what it is. Like, I don't even try to make my eyebrows perfect anymore. I just try to fill them in, make them look, you know, acceptable, and leave it at that. Alright, I got some hairs just. Alright, so I don't know why this camera is softening my skin so much. Maybe that's why I look so airbrushed in my last video. But I mean, I looked really, really airbrushed because the foundation that I used in that video was an airbrush foundation. And so it really looked airbrushed on camera. Like even more than it did in person. Which I mean is fine. Like I'm sure a lot of people like that effect, but yeah, it has a time and a place, you know? Like I don't like things to look super perfect all the time, because that ain't reality. It really isn't. I think it's when I like stop moving that it like wants to soften my skin. Okay, so we're done with like brows and I'm almost done already. So now that I've done that, I'm going to set my under concealer with powder, and I like to use my Sacha Buttercup powder. So I like to use this. I just pour some in here. And then I'll use like a little sponge that I have, and I will just like pack it. I would use a beauty blender for this, but you know, mine are dirty right now and I don't feel like cleaning them. So I found that these work awesome because they're disposable and they're soft. And I can like use them and then throw them out and not have to worry about like cleaning them and stuff. Like this one I've been used for like a week, so I'll toss this one today probably because it's about at its limit at this point. Alright, cool. So I'll let that sink in for a second, let it cook, but it's really not even cooking because like again, like my face is not like fully like foundation, and then that foundation doesn't need to be set. So yeah. Now I'm going to just like contour a little bit. So I'm contouring with this Contour Blush 2 palette from BH Cosmetics. I got this at Urban Outfitters a long time ago, and I was using my Makeup Forever Duo Compact. That is a highlighter and a bronzer in it. I don't know where it is, but it's too warm for the winter. It makes me look like very bronzy and warm and red. So I had to like let that chill and use something with a cooler undertone. So I'm using this brown right here to contour everything, and I'm doing it really lightly. Like, I don't want it to be too much. And the thing that like bothers me the most is that people are so heavy-handed sometimes with contouring that you can like see this line that's not flattering, and it looks like really done, and it needs to be like blended out more. So like for me, I'm just trying to follow like my natural way that my cheekbone kind of comes in right there. And then I'll do the same on the other side. Excuse me. Okay. Then I'm going to do up here. And you guys can see I'm not really doing it like heavy-handedly. I'm just doing it lightly. So now I'm gonna go ahead and brush off all of that powder, and I like to like mesh it in with like my bronzing, and this just like softens everything out even more. So I literally just go like this and kind of put it there, put it there, and we're good to go. And I'll just add blush from this same palette, and I'm going to use this like darker pink right here. Now this is like super pigmented, so I have to be real careful with the amount that I use of it. Cool. And even though this video seems long, it's like 10-11 minutes already, this is like my full routine, like in the morning. So I don't spend like 30 minutes on my makeup anymore in the morning. I spend like 10 minutes, 15 minutes max. So from this point, I just add a little bit of highlighter, and I'm using my Becca highlighter, this one right here. Add this here on my nose, there. And then that's it. Then I'm going to take some brow gel. This is just a Wet n Wild, oh no, this is Rimmel Brow This Way clear gel. It's not the best, to be quite honest, but it was cheap when I got it and I just grabbed it. Yeah, I really like the Anastasia brow gel better, but the one that I have is obviously from when my brows were lighter. It's like a caramel color. I cannot use that on my black brows, so I don't use that anymore. So next step is just adding mascara. So I use these two right here. This is the Supersizer CoverGirl Volumizing Mascara, and then I use the Volume Vixen Pure 4-in-1 Mascara. So I use this one on top and then this one on the bottom. This one gives me more control, so I'll do this one first. And I really love this mascara. It's like really nice, and it has like good stuff in it because Pure is like an organic makeup line, and so I really enjoy their products, which I'll probably do another tutorial on the airbrush foundation that I had on in the November favorites video, because it was just beautiful. Like, it was, oh my gosh, that's like wedding type foundation. Like if you are going to a ball or something really like a gala or a wedding, it's like really like angelic and like soft, without feeling heavy or anything. So I really like that a lot. So I did that for the top, and I like you guys, I didn't do anything for my eyes because I don't put anything on my eyes during the week or like when I go to work usually. And just do my bottom lashes. Oops. Ah! Hate when that happens. Oh. But that's why I use this one for my bottom lashes, because it gives me a bit more control, even though, I mean, I still make little boo-boos, but it gives me a little bit easier. And then I'll go back in after I've let my top sit for a second. I'll go back in again. And yeah, this is it. I'll just add like a lip gloss or something neutral pink probably. Yeah, that is it, you guys. If you're wondering in my hair today, I have Diva Curl, One Condition, and Archangel. That's been like my go-to the last week or so. It makes my wash and golds last like so long. So yeah, that's what I'm using today. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until next time, I'll talk to you later. Bye.